All right, y'all. So today we're gonna be talking about why I think the Celtics beat the Raptors. Now, if you guys watched my previous video, I said that the Raptors would beat the Celtics this year because I believe that the all right. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let you get your 5 seconds. If you thought that, if you had your money on the Celtics, I'm gonna give you a little 5 seconds of pride, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Celebrate your little pride. I'll give you like 5 seconds. 1, 5. All right, let's go. So basically, I thought that the Raptors were gonna win because I thought they had better playoff experience. But in reality, what happened was the Celtics got the upper hand because, you know, we're gonna get into that. But I thought that the Raptors were gonna win. I was wrong. That's my bad. But listen, this is why I think that the Celtics beat the Raptors. Okay, so let's stack up the both teams first. The Celtics have a young core, all right? They have Tatum and Brown, two amazing forwards, right? Both are scorers, three-point shooters, and extremely athletic, right? We can say that about both of them. We have Marcus Smart. We have, I was about to say Terry Rozier, I'm bugging. We have Kemba Walker. And we have a big man, I believe by name Baines, right? Raptors, we have Lowry, Vliet, Siakam. Forgive me for his name. I know it starts with an O. And Gasol, right? Now, what we have on the Raptors side and what we have on the Celtics side sort of match up. So this is why they went to a Game 7. I mean, if you think about it, like, the Celtics should have been one, but the Raptors were still giving them that fight because, they're a really professional team, like I said, because of the playoff experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they know how to play, so boom, basically. Woo! All right, boom. So look, when I was watching the game, I felt like the way the Celtics were playing, they were getting the Raptors to turn the ball over a lot. And I think that forced fast break buckets that I don't think the Raptors recovered. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes in the NBA, like, if you're facing a good defensive team, the more possessions you give up, that just gives the other team a chance to just make a run. You know what I mean? Like, if you turn the ball over a lot, like the Celtics, they took advantage of that. Especially, like, Marcus Smart, locking them up. Like, I was looking at, honestly, the defensive plays in this game. Like, I saw Marcus Smart, like, I seen him go from, like, his man all the way on, like, the wing and shit. And there was a loose ball, like, all the way on the other side of the court. And he went from the left wing, right, all the way to to damn near half court in like a split second. That's how like fast he was. And I saw Marcus Smart making threes. I saw Kemba penetrating. I think what Kemba does for their offense is he's a good ISO player, so he could penetrate off the dribble past several people like at the same time, and it's crazy. Like, nobody could really stop him when he's dribbling and shit. Like, he could really penetrate a whole defense, and the Raptors were playing good defense, but they were trying to man Kemba. You know what I mean? Like, they was trying to stick him man to man and shit like that. But I think the whole team should have been watching him because he has an ability to get into the lane extremely fast because he's extremely quick and he has amazing handles. But yeah, after that, I think that's what set them up. I think Lowry could have scored more. I think Van Vliet could have scored more. I believe that they shouldn't have turned the ball over as much. That probably just messed them up in that game. But it was a pretty tight game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was really close up to the end. But like, there was this part where I think they were on a fast break and shit. Marcus Smart had to steal, and I think it made them go up. Something like that, bro. But I think what ultimately won them over, I think, was the defense. Celtics were locking them niggas up. And even that last play, Van Vliet against the Celtics, I think he was probably like a small forward. I don't think he was a point guard. I think one of them had switched, and it was a small forward face guarding a guard, and they was playing amazingly. So the way he was locking dude up, I was like, amazing, because it was really locking them up. And I think that the Celtics really contained the Raptors. If they did such a good job containing their offense that it led to them winning that game, honestly. So other than that, I think that Celtics versus the Heat will be an interesting series. I don't remember the last time the Heat were in the playoffs. Like, it's been a long time. Ever since LeBron left, it's been crazy. So I'm surprised they're back there. I feel like I knew the Bucks. I think I predicted that they were gonna beat the Bucks just because they were up. You know what I mean? And I just felt like the Bucks, they just weren't the same this year. I mean, they lost to the Magic. When I was expecting that to, I think they gave up like 2 games to the Magic, which was, I think, insane. I think it was 1 or 2, but like they weren't the same this year. They never really performed in the playoffs. Giannis just needs to get out of there, I think. And I know, like, people were actually telling me too. They were like, the Bucks got it this year. They got Middleton and this person and this person. I'm like, Middleton who? Is that, bro? Like, he's really like, I'm not gonna say he's trash, but he's like a, like, how like there's different levels, like there's levels to this shit. Like, how like there's like a A-list celebrities, you got like Drake and like Rihanna, Cardi B, like those are like the A-list celebrities. But like then there's like lower class celebrities, like people sort of, but not as much as, like a big celebrity. Like, it's kind of like that. And in the NBA, you need a superstar. Like, you can't have like somebody that's a role player anymore. Like, your team has to have superstars. Look at the Warriors. They have Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Draymond Green is the defensive player of the year. Klay Thompson has been on the first all defense NBA team, which is pretty hard to get to as a shooting guard. So, and he's an all-star. He's a repeating all-star just like Steph Curry. Like, these 2 guys are superstars. You know what I mean? Like, they had Iguodala, great veteran. They had a bunch of shooters. They had Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers of all time. Some people even argue he's the best player of all time. Do I believe that? Relax. All right. So then we have so many teams that's like building superstar bases, and you can't just be okay anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the Raptors showed that you can't just be okay anymore. Like, you gotta have stars. They lost Kawhi this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even have nobody to really help them get to where they was last year. Like, when you have someone as amazing as a Kawhi Leonard on your team, you might be good, but like Kawhi takes you from here to here. I mean, look at how they just destroyed the 76ers last year. I believe that was a game 6. If they lost, if the Raptors had lost last year to the Sixers, that would have been to a game 7. And then they would have faced Jimmy in game 7, which is tough because Jimmy was even killing them that game. But they just closed that game so well because they had Kawhi. They had that guy to take them out. And Lowry was supposed to do that this year. You saw how in the last game he kind of like shot that game winner. But the problem was, like, because he shot that game winner, he was not like ready for that step up, because I think that people were expecting him to step up, and I think it wasn't in Van Vliet's place to take the last shot. Like, I'm not saying he's trash, but you're not the leader of the team. Lowry is. You got to give that leadership to Lowry to take that last shot. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I think that was a really good series. Went to game 7. It was exciting from the beginning to the end. I had faith in the Raptors, man. They let me down, but it's cool, man. They had a good run last year. All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace, man.